Okay. Good morning, guys. Are you able to hear me there at all? Can you just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Yeah, sweet. Excellent. Thank you. Okay. My name is Maddie. Camera's actually got a really wide lens. Hang on 2 seconds. Let's move it forward a bit. Okay. Hopefully that works a bit better. All right. I look really small in this big room. Okay. All right. Welcome to EVO week 3, session 1. If you've watched back through, you would have seen that I was the original face, if you will. But today we've got a couple of participants. So that's good. What we'll do is start with some exercises first, and then we'll get into a little bit of education stuff. I'm just going to use my phone as a stopwatch, sorry, just to get going. Okay, so to start off our little circuit, we're just going to do some walking on the spot. So nice, easy walking for me. Keep your arms moving. I'm just going to try and angle this down a little bit more. Sorry. The first time we've got the proper camera working. It's got a really wide lens on it. So just going to try and angle that down. That's it. So just walking on the spot. Thanks, guys. Here we go. Hopefully that'll work a little bit better. Okay. All right, so we're walking on the spot. Nice and easy walking just to start off with. Let your arms just hang loose. And now we'll get into a little bit quicker if you can, so a little bit quicker with the feet. What we're going to do is round 1, we're going to go sort of get used to the exercises, and then round 2, we're going to go a little bit quicker. Alrighty. So nice quick feet now for me. That's it, pretty much as quick as you can, just walking on the spot. And then I'm just going to turn. What we're going to do is go into some wide feet and some little squat pulses as such. So you just want to pop your bottom back like you're about to sit in your chair. And just some tiny little pulses up and down, not too far. But you want to make sure that your thighs are starting to turn on. So we should be hopefully starting to feel our thighs about now. We're just not coming the full way back up. So little pulses, nice and easy. Just trying to turn those thigh muscles on. That's the way. All right, give them a little bit of a shake if you need. Now we're going to go into like a nice little step tap. What I want you to try and do is side step and then tap your foot behind. So side step, tap your foot behind if you can for me. So we're going to go tap, 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 tap. Make them a little bit closer. So side step and then tap that foot just behind. That's the way. Side step, tap. Good. Nice and easy to start off with. Remember that in the second round we'll go a little bit quicker. Okay, just standing where you are, arms out to the side for me as best you can. Just into some nice little arm circles. So we'll go forwards to start off with. That's it, nice and easy. And then we'll go backwards as well. Keep going there. I'm just going to try a slightly different camera angle and see if this helps. I feel like I'm a long way away. That might be a bit better. A little bit less roof and a little bit more round. All right. So I've got our little arm circles. That's it. Now I can come in a bit closer. That's nicer. All right. Good. Now what we're going to do, hands on our hips for me. And we're going to go out to the side, tiny little bend of that knee, come back into the middle, and then we're going to go out to the outside, tiny little bend, back to the middle. So just nice and easy, side to side. Basically what you're trying to do is just, as you step out, try and absorb that weight just a little bit and push back to the middle. Absorb and push back. Absorb. Good. That's it. Keep your chest up as best you can. Sort of so you're looking straight ahead. That's the way. And just nice and easy, side to side. Good. And then for the last lot for our first round, we're just going to pop our hands up and just do some nice, easy, just quick punching out in front. So you want to try and keep your rest of your body nice and still and just moving your arms in and out. That's it. Nice, easy, quick punches. That's the way. Good job. Keep those arms up. Keep those shoulders turned on. Nice, easy punch, and that's it. Good job. All right, and we're back to just our walking on the spot again. So nice and easy, let those arms swing loose. So round two, try and go a little bit harder, a little bit quicker if you can. Try and get that heart rate up a bit more. Now we're sort of a bit more familiar. We'll try and go a little bit quicker in this next watch as such. So chest up, let's turn it into a little bit of a march. So bring those knees up, a little bit higher. That's the way. Knees up nice and high. Good job. Back down to a normal walk, a little bit quicker with the feet. Now, if you can, there's a couple of little options here. If you can, try and go up onto your toes and a nice, quick, fast feet. Maybe even a little bit of a jog on the spot. That's the way. So up on your toes, nice, quick feet. Just as best you can, whatever you feel comfortable with. Good, keep it going. Just a couple of seconds. All right, let's pop it down into those little squat pulses. So remember, you're starting with slightly bent knees, you're just coming down a little bit, and then just a little pulse back up. Nice and easy. Hopefully your heart rate went up a little bit with those fast feet. So now we're just trying to get that breath back in as well. So little pulses. Your thighs should be starting to tell you that they're doing some work. Just a little bit, not too much. Good. Couple more. This way. Last one. Bring it up. Just give your legs a bit of a shake if you need to. And we're into our little step, tap behind, step, tap behind. We're going to speed it up though a little bit. So you want to go a little bit quicker. So really try and push off. And we're trying to step, tap, change direction with that back foot. So it's like a little push, push. That's it. Good. Now you can add in like a little skip jump if you want here, if you're feeling up to it. So you can kind of skip it across and then push that foot back So a little skip. That's the way. Good job. Nice one. Couple more on the timer. And I think we're into, yeah, arm circles. All right. Arms up. Little circles forwards first. That's the way. So remember again, you want to keep your chest up nice and tall. Try not to let any of the rest of your body move. It's just your arms at this stage. And then we're going to go backwards, little circles as well. That's it. So just the arms moving. And then we'll go forwards again, but nice big circles. Try some bigger circles this time. That's the way. It feels like you're trying to do butterfly in a swimming pool. A bit easier than that. And then we'll go backwards as well. Nice big circles backwards if you can. Good. Take your time with the going backwards ones. Feels a bit strange sometimes. That's the way. And then hands down onto your hips for me. And we're going into those little lunges to the side. So stepping out, absorb with this knee, push back in. So step out, little bend, and push back together. So getting a little bit of power happening through those legs. Out and push. Out, push. Good. And push. So really try and get that push back happening so that you've got a little bit of power coming through. And we're having to balance to overcome our body going all the way over. A little bit of balance activity as well. That's it. Push. Step and push. Good. Couple more. Okay. And then up nice and tall. And we're back into that boxing. So trying to just make it so that your arms are moving and the rest of your body is nice and still. That's it. Good job. So tuck our tummy muscles in. We're up nice and tall. Chest up. And punching. And that's the way. Keep going there for me. Good. 5 seconds left. And we'll just walk it back out on the spot. Give your arms a bit of a shake. Let them hang loose and really try and accentuate that sling for me if you can. So nice, easy, loose arms. Just really swinging them through as we walk on the spot. That's the way. Good job, guys. Doing well. Okay, so we're going to go into one last quick round of this. Basically, what we want to do is we're going to do it a little bit quicker this time, so we're only going to do 30 seconds of each. But we're going to go a little bit harder, a little bit faster just for the last lot. So we're actually going to start off with those fast feet. So nice and quick if you can, up into that little bit of a jog if you're comfortable with it. Are we ready? Quick transitions, quick movements. Ready, set, and go. Nice, easy, fast feet on the spot. That's the way. Good job. That's halfway through that 30 seconds. It always feels like longer when you're going hard. Good. 5 seconds. Lovely. Into those little squat pulses. So keep it a little bit low. Just pulsing down and back up. Keep your weight back onto your heels as best you can so that we really start to use our bottom muscles. That's halfway. Good. Keep going. Well, 5 seconds. All right, into our side step, tap behind. So nice and quick. If you can, they try and push off. If you're feeling comfortable with it, you can add in that little hop. So it's like a little skip around. That's it. 5 seconds left. All right, arms out to the side, circles for me. Help get your breath back. Take some nice deep breaths if you need to. That's good. And then we'll go backwards as well, just little circles. Nice and easy. Okay, into those little lunges and push back in. So stepping out, absorb, and really try and power it back to the middle. Almost like you're trying to really push yourself across to the other side. And then stepping out the other leg. Push it back. Push it back. Good. And then we're into our shadow boxing, nice and quick. With the arms, keep it going. So wow, this is the last one. Then we can grab a quick drink if you like. Good, that's halfway. Keep punching. That's it. 5 seconds left, nice and quick. Good, relax. Well done, guys. If you need a quick drink, grab one for me, and then we'll come back with your little weights and your chairs. So I've got dumbbells. I'm not too sure what you guys have, but whatever weights you've got, whether they're water bottles, cans or something, if they're actual dumbbells, that's okay. But ideally, we just need those 2 weights, whatever they happen to be. Alrighty. And when you come back, we'll just be seated in your chair to start off with. And we're going to have our weights in our hands. So make sure that you kind of shuffle forward on your chair just a little bit. I'll just do a demo just to start off. So we're forward in our chair. What we're going to do is have our weights down by our sides. And then we're going to stand up. Choose a leg, doesn't matter which one, because we're going to alternate. Just a little step forward, but we're still holding nice and still here with our back leg. We're going to come up into a little curl, step it back, and then just make sure if you've got a chair that can run away like a bit like this one that is still behind you, if you've got a fixed chair, that's brilliant. So, we're going to stand up, step it forward with the other leg, little curl, just up to our shoulders, step back, and stay back down. Alrighty. So, we'll go through that a little bit quicker. So, standing up, step it forward, little curl up to our shoulders, step back, and sitting back down. Good. Standing up, step forward, curl, step back, and we're trying to alternate feet. So when you're doing your curl, you're just in like a little staggered stance. You're not actually stepping fully onto the one foot. It's just that staggered stance. Your back foot is still there to say it hasn't moved, which means that you should be able to sit and the chair should be just behind you still. They actually haven't moved fully forward. So standing up, step forward, little curl, step back, down, couple more. Step forward, curling, back, down, and step, curl, back, down. We've got one more up to this one. Curling, step back, down, and last one. Forward, curl, back, sitting down. Just have a quick breather for me. No, don't go again. So for the next one, what I want you to really focus on is trying to push down through your heels.
I've got the audio back, but I can't put your name.
You just want to push down through your heels so that we engage our glutes, alrighty? Okay. So, shuffle forward on the end of your chair again. Weights down by your sides. Stand up. Step forward. Come up onto your toes on that back foot. Just put yourself on balance a little bit. Curl, back, and down. So just making sure that because your back foot hasn't moved, your chair's not running away behind you. On these surfaces like that, on the kind of lino, it can run away. Just make sure if you're on tiles and lino in particular that the chair hasn't vanished. Curl, step back, and down. Good. Step forward, put yourself on balance just a tiny smidge. Back, and nice. Well, back, down, rolling. That's away. And two more. Forward, curling up, back down to your sides, down, and last one. Forward, curling, back. Have a seat there. Just hop your weights down by your sides if you can for me. What we're going to do is a couple of little twists just to get our back nice and loose. So hands across your chest, and we're just turning to one side, turning to the other side. So just going to do that 10 times, just to make sure our back's nice and loose and we're sitting up nice and tall. Just going to get this chair on the road for the next one. Alright. When you're ready, guys, have a stand up for me. Have both your weights in your hands for me. They're going to be up at your shoulders for this next one. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go down into a little bit of a squat. So we're going to kind of imagine like that chair's still behind us, if it's not already still behind you. It's okay if it is. Then we're going to squat back into that chair, come back up, and then push straight up with our arms as best you can above your head. Back down to your shoulders. We squat back like we're sitting in the chair. You can actually go and use your chair as a bit of a guide if you like to sort of touch it down. And then back down to your shoulders. Keep your weights at your shoulders, squatting back. That's the way, and pushing up. So with your squat, just go as low as you feel comfortable. You don't need to push it. You don't need to go right down. It's just getting those legs to work. Turn on, and then push up. So again, if you're feeling it in your knees, just use your chair as a bit of a guide. Because odds are that you're actually coming forward a little bit more than going backwards. So use your chair as a guide, touch it down. That can help with the technique a little bit. The other thing to remember is same as with our sit to stands. We want to push up through our heels, just so that our bottom is working. So down we come, then then pushing straight up. Good. 2 more. Coming down. Pushing up. Lovely. Last one for this round. Pushing up. Just relax those weights down by your side. And then we'll give you a couple of shoulder rolls forwards just to relax your shoulders down. So just rolling forwards. And then we'll roll backwards as well to get them to relax. That's the way. Give your legs a bit of a shake if they need it. And then we're going to go round 2. So same, but we're not going to break it down this time. So we're actually going to squat. We're going to hold that squat, so probably a little bit less on the squat from what you were doing. We're going to come down, hold the squat, push up while we're in the squat position, and then come up. So we're going to combine the two in as one movement, basically, instead of separating them this time. So weights are up at your shoulders again. We're coming down into that sort of a bit more comfortable squat. If you don't want to go too low with this one, it's going to hold it. So coming down, hold just for a second, pushing up, and then come up. So coming down into that squat, push those weights up, then come up. Good. So you'll feel the difference if you go too low in this position. To be able to hold it, it's going to be quite uncomfortable. So choose a bit nicer squat depth. And pushing up. Sitting back, push, and up. Squat, push, and then come up. Good. Nice one, guys. Doing well. Technique looks good. Push. Good. Sitting back, push. Push. And up. Nice. And just one more. Down. Push. Up. Relax those arms down again. Give them a bit of a shoulder roll forwards. And a bit of a shoulder roll backwards as well. Just to relax. Give your legs a bit of a shake if they need it. And what I'm going to get you to do is just put one weight down off to the side. We're just going to use the one weight for this next one. So we're doing a bit of ranging through the shoulders as such. So I hold my weight when I do with one on each end, like so. Sorry, wrong camera. So one on each end like that. You're going to have it at your chest. You're going to be standing up nice and tall. And what I'm going to get you to do is pushing out away. Then we're going to come up above our head and straight back down to our chest. So we're kind of making like a triangle, like the right side of the triangle. So we push away from our chest, come up overhead, and back down to our chest. Good. So you want to keep your body nice and straight. Just soften your knees so you're not locking your knees out. So it's just a soft knee. Push out, bring it straight up, and straight down to the top of your chest. Good. Just going to come in a little bit closer. So pushing out, up, and down. So we kind of make like that semi-triangle / arc kind of motion. Up, and straight down to the chest. Good. Pushing forward. Up. And down. Needless to say, if your weights are getting a little bit heavy, what you can do is just pop them down and do it without the weights. That's perfectly fine. Depending on what you've got around you. And then always your shoulder mobility as well. So if you've got slightly dodgy shoulders, this one's just a really good one to do without any weights too. Just to get a bit of range happening. Up, down, 2 more. Pushing away, pushing up, down, and last one. Up, down, just relax your shoulders down. If you have your other weight close by, grab that one now for me. What we're going to do is something slightly different this time. We're going to come from your chest push straight out in front again, back down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make kind of like chicken wings out to the side and then back in. So we're going to push straight out in front, both, just back into our chest. And then we're going to chicken wing our arms and elbows up to the side and then back down. That's it. So coming out and then chicken wing it up. Really try and squeeze through your shoulders as you do that. So we're using our chest muscles for the first part, and then we're really trying to use these shoulder muscles for the second part. So we really want to try and squeeze as we come up into that chicken wing position. So really squeeze it up. Good. And back down. Nice. So pushing out and then squeeze. Good. That one. And it's more your elbows coming up. It's going to give you that squeeze. So try not to shrug through your shoulders as such. But just squeeze elbows up. Beautiful. And back in. And squeeze. Feel like little chickens. That's it. And squeeze it up. Good. Couple more there. Squeeze. Good. And last one for this lot. Pushing out. And up. And squeeze, relax your arms down. Just give me a couple of shoulder rolls there first, guys. And then what we're going to do, actually we'll put our weights down. I'm going to get you. Now, if you have balance problems, here's my disclaimer for this one. So if you've got balance problems, just make sure there's a wall or a bench or a chair or something nearby to you, especially if you don't trust your own balance. Because what we're going to do is we're going to come up onto 2 toes, all the way up as best you can. So we're going to come right up onto our toes. Then what we're going to do is lift one foot and reach out to the side. So we're kind of coming up onto our toes and then reaching and then coming back down. Now you will feel a little bit off balance. That's what we're trying to do. But we're trying to get that calf and that ankle to really stabilize you. So don't reach too far, in other words. So we're coming up, reach, and back down. Good. So if you do have some balance trouble or you don't trust your own balance, what we want to do is just have a chair or something just there, or just come back onto your feet a little bit quicker if you need to. So up, reach, and back down. Good. Up, reach, down. Good. So coming up onto 2, get your balance first, feel comfortable, and back. Good. Toes, reach, and go. Good. Nice. So hopefully those calf muscles are working. Should hopefully be able to feel them. And our ankles are trying to stabilize. So you might get that little bit of a wobble, that's okay. That's to be expected. Especially if you're coming right up onto your toes. My balance is horrible today, so don't watch me. Out and down. Good. So coming up, reach it out. And back down. Nice one. Couple more. Down. And last one. And down. Now just give your bottoms of your feet a little bit of shake. Do some little ankle circles if you need to. That's it. Just let your calves relax. For the next one, instead of actually coming up onto our toes, what we're going to do is we're not going to do that one this time. We're going to just reach out and back in, but we're going to stay on flat feet. So we can reach a little bit further this time. So we're standing, I'm going to start with my right leg standing. So we're going to reach out, opposite arm and leg, and then coming back in together. And we'll go out to the other side. So we're going to reach out, opposite arm and leg, and back in. Now, as you reach out, this leg that goes back, what I want you to really focus on is trying to squeeze through your bottom so that you're actually squeezing that leg up at the back just a little bit. And then back in. And we'll go across the other side. So we're almost holding on that single leg for about 2 to 3 seconds. Enough for you to kind of reach, gain your balance, and then come back in. That's it. So reaching out. Good. Come back. Reach. Nice. So really squeeze your bottom. And back down. Squeeze. Come back in. Squeeze. Back. Squeeze. Good. Just give everything a little bit of a shake. Grab your weights again for me. We've got a bit of a 3-point move coming up. So we're going to bring our weights up along our body, pretty much to our chest. We're going just to that chicken wing position this time, but we're going to keep our elbows below our shoulders. What we're then going to do is bring it back down and then come right out to the side, just to shoulder height with your arms, and then back down. So coming up and then back down and out to the side and down. Good. So we want to be nice and controlled. So control it up, back down, that's it. And then out to the side, no higher than shoulder height, and down. Good. I always say that, and then I look in the camera and I'm actually above shoulder height. There we go. And down, and then up to our chest. Good. And back down. So you're trying to focus on keeping your shoulder blades and your scapula at the back down the whole time. So we're trying to think about keeping our shoulders down while we're lifting our arms. What that'll do is use those little muscles in the back of our shoulders and back to do the work, essentially, without making our necks nice and tight. That's what we're trying to steer clear of. So elbows up, back down, and then out to the side, and back in. A couple more. So up in front, back down, bring it out to the side, down, and last one for this round. Up, down, and side, down. Good. Just give your arms a little bit of a rest there. For the second round, what we're going to do is we're going to bring them up our sides this time. So they're kind of like that. And then from there, we're going to actually kick them out front and then bring them back down. So coming up the side, kick them out in front, and then down to the fronts of our thighs, essentially. Move them around to the side, bring up, kick out in front, and down. Good. So up we come, out in front, and down. Nice. To the side, front. Nice to the side. Good. Go up, lead up and more. This one really starts to get those shoulders working, so we're going to do quite something on this one. And down, last one, up, out, down. Swap your weights off to the side. And what we're going to do, hands on your hips for me, we're going to use our legs now. So slightly knee-bend position. We're going to take one leg back so that we've got our toes touching at the back, but our weight's going to stay over this stance leg for me. And then what we're doing is bring that knee up and through, and then tapping it back behind. Knee up through, tap back behind. So what we're going to do is speed it up a little bit so that we're doing a knee repeater. So tap that toe back and bring that knee through. Now our weight stays over the stance leg where our knee's slightly bent just to take the force. And we're just tapping back, bring that knee through. You're trying to really load up the stance leg. It's not the moving leg that's going to feel it, it's more the stance leg. Okay, so trying to just tap back, come through kind of as quick as you can. If you need to for balance, you can hold on to something, that's okay. But just keep that weight over that stance leg as best you can. That's the leg, relax up, give that leg a shake. Over to the other side, soften those knees, keep your weight kind of over that stance leg again. And we're bringing that knee through, tap back, tap back. Good. Nice and quick, best you can. So you should be feeling it a little bit in the thigh, potentially around the side of the hip of that stance leg. Maybe a little bit in your bottom. But that's where we should be feeling it. That's it. Keep going. It's our last little ditch effort. That's it. Relax. Give your legs a bit of a shake. Okay, let's go into a quick little stretch. So, what I want you to do, hands on the hips for me. Take one leg out in front, put your heel on the ground, toes pointing up as best you can. Take that other foot nice and wide. We're just going to bend forward from our hips until we feel a bit of a stretch at the back of that leg. For most of you, it probably won't take too much as long as your knees are nice and straight. And if you feel a bit off balance, just make sure that your other foot's out nice and wide. Holding there. And then we'll come back up nice and slow. Give that leg a bit of a shake out if you need to. Pop the other foot out, heel down, toes up. Take that foot out to the side a little bit. Keep your knees straight, bending forward. And you should get a stretch. It'll be somewhere behind the thigh, potentially down the inside maybe. Maybe in the calf, maybe behind the knee. Might get a bit in the lower back. But anywhere in that kind of general region is good, that's fine. You're holding as soon as you get to that stretch, basically. Don't push too far. Relax it up. Good. Okay, what we're going to do this time is take one foot forward, one foot back. And then we're going to sort of push your hips forward. Lean your upper body back a little bit. What you should feel is a stretch down the front of the back leg hip. If that makes sense. So the leg that's back, you should feel a stretch in the front of that hip. If you're not really, just try and push your leg, push your hips forward a little more. And that will kind of squeeze your bottom. And start to really get that stretch coming through. Let's relax that leg in, take the other leg out. Right. Come onto your toes as best you can, push that hip forward, lean your upper body back a little bit. Do get a stretch in the front of that hip again. And again, if you're not really feeling it, just make sure you squeeze your bottom, and you should really start to open up that hip. Some people, if they're really tight, will also get it kind of into the inner thigh a little bit as well. That's not uncommon. This time we're going to take our feet nice and wide. And then we're just going to bend one knee, keep the other knee straight. And if you need to, you can tilt your body just a little bit towards the straight leg. That will open up that inner thigh. So we're trying to get a stretch up the inside there. And if you're not feeling that one, just also make sure that your toes are facing forward and not out to the side, because that'll take the stretch off as well. Come up to the middle, just relax your hips a little bit, and then bending the other knee, keep this knee straight again. If you need to, it's a little lean towards the straight leg. Just making sure your toes are still facing forwards. All right, just relax that up, give everything a little bit of a shake. Hands out to the side. We're just going to do some little like windmill turns, nice and slowly, round and round. Just trying to get a little bit of mobility through that back. Nice and easy. That's right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to sort of have our arms out to the side, come down and touch the opposite knee, back up, down to the opposite knee, back up. So a little bit of a windmill, touch the opposite knee, back up to the middle, and touch. Good. That'll just help keep that lower back nice and above. We're just touching that opposite knee, back up nice and slow. You don't need to necessarily get right down to the knee. Can't quite reach, you can just go to that opposite side, that's fine. Whatever's more comfortable. So standing up nice and tall, and we'll just roll our shoulders back. So making sure that you're really rolling them around in a big circle. That's it. Good. Rolling them forwards as well. You're getting big circles. And get through all those points of the circle. That's it. Just relaxing your arms down, give them a bit of a shake. Then we'll come in and we'll do our ear towards our shoulder. So just trying to keep your shoulder down, but you're bringing the ear down towards your shoulder. You'll get a stretch up this side of your neck. So just holding there. If you're not really feeling that stretch, just think about pushing that opposite shoulder down towards the ground and you'll really start to feel it. Bring your head just back up towards the center again. We'll go slowly over to the other side. So remember, shoulder down, ear towards your shoulder, and if you need to, just think about pulling this other shoulder down towards the ground. You'll get a really good stretch. Bringing your head nice and slowly back up to the middle, and then we want to just turn nice and slow side to side, just looking over one shoulder, looking over the other. Just very slowly, just to try and keep that stretch and mobilize our neck. Don't want to end up with a stiff neck. That's the way. Good. Okay, and then last but not least, just getting our breathing back. So we're going to take a big breath in through our nose, reach up as we do so. And then we're going to breathe out and really just relax our shoulders back down as we're breathing out. So we breathe in, as we breathe in, bring our arms up. And then as we breathe out, just bring them down. That's right. Breathing in. Big reach up. Breathing out. Reaching down. Good. Relax the right down. Breathing in. Big breaths. Breathe it out. And last one, really big breath in. And breathing out. Relax it down. Go into your relaxed position. We are all finished for today. I'm just going to bring that down and bring this up. Thanks, guys. Does anyone have any questions for me while I'm here? You might need to unmute yourself, maybe. We won't go through any of the education today because it's going to be a while to get set up, sorry. First time using this new webcam. So I've got a couple of little contingency issues to go with now. But if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask now. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up. Hopefully you enjoyed that session. It was a little bit improvised, but that's okay. Yeah, so if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, we will see you on Thursday. Everyone's all good? Thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Great job today. We'll see you Thursday if you're around. Thanks for joining and all the best. Have a good couple of days before we see you again. Thanks. Bye.